There are people who genuinely believe that serial killers are a strictly contemporary phenomena, a symptom of something horribly amiss in the moral fabric of modern American society. The public's intense fascination with sensational crime, demonstrated so dramatically in the fall of 2002 when the airwaves were filled with 24/7 coverage of the so-called Beltway sniper rampage in the Washington, D.C. area, has likewise been viewed as depressing proof of our supposed cultural decline. Since the purpose of this book is to provide the most accurate information about the subject of serial killers, let's begin by considering a pair of images that should help correct these common misconceptions. The first image is of a child snatcher who has just decapitated a little victim after assaulting her in the woods. The picture comes from a 19th century publication called the Illustrated Police News of London. Like today's supermarket tabloids, this weekly periodical ran stories about all sorts of bizarre phenomena, from ghostly visitations to encounters with sea serpents. Its real specialty, however, was grisly true crime, real-life accounts of atrocious murders, accompanied by graphic illustrations. Largely because of its emphasis on gore, the Illustrated Police News had the highest circulation of any publication in Victorian England. The second image is by the famous Mexican artist José Guadalupe Posada, 1852 to 1913. It shows a homicidal maniac named Francisco Guerrero, the slitter of women's throats, committing an atrocity upon an unnamed victim in 1887. This illustration was one of thousands Posada produced for mass reproduction in the form of broadsides, one-page accounts of sensational news events, the vast bulk of which dealt with shockingly violent crimes. Though Posada has long been recognized as a significant artist, neither his illustration nor the anonymous one from the Illustrated Police News was meant to be great art. They were created strictly for commercial purposes, to sell papers by appealing to the public's taste for gruesome horror. Certainly, they weren't supposed to be educational in any way. Nonetheless, there are several lessons we can draw from them. Serial killers have always existed. They just weren't called serial killers in the old days. Back when these two pictures were first published, for example, newspapers often described such criminals in supernatural terms: murder fiends, or bloodthirsty monsters, or devils in human shape. In addition to the legendary ones that everyone has heard about, like Jack the Ripper, an exact contemporary of the two long-forgotten murderers in these illustrations, there are many serial killers who, for whatever reason, never achieved lasting notoriety.